And I have a very good story actually about that, because I was working for Jacob Brothers at the time. And when I got back to Vancouver, got into our apartment, we had since moved into an apartment in the West End. And our mail was on the floor. We started opening our mail, and I seen this T4. And I thought that a T4 was like what we would call in Ireland a P45. I thought I'd been laid off. And I opened it, and Laura was at work, and I text her. I said, I've been laid off, and she's out, things were going so well with Jacob Brothers, and they would always encourage you to take some extra time off at Christmas, and you could be off for 3 weeks or a month, no problem. The construction is a little bit quieter, so it was they would encourage you to take your vacation at that time of the year. So they weren't on to me looking for me to come back. And then I got this letter in the mail, and I had never got a T4 before, and it doesn't work like that in Ireland. So I went on Craigslist, I think it was, went looking for more jobs. I got a job with Contech, who ended up sponsoring me, and started with them. And I was probably a week or 10 days in with Contech, and then Jacob Brothers called me up. Trevor Trombley called me again, and he said, William, when are you coming back from work? Are you ever going to come back from Ireland? What's going on? And starts laughing. And I said, Trevor, I've been laid off by the office. I am working for another company now in UBC. And he starts laughing. He's like, no way, you couldn't have been laid off. Running a crew with us, we give you a vehicle. I had actually been up to the owners' cabins in Golden and stayed with them. So we were getting on really, really well. And he said, what kind of a notice did you get? And I said, it was a T4. And he's like, you idiot. That's for your tax returns. That's for filing your taxes. That's not a layoff notice. So we had a good laugh over that. And I said, honestly, Trevor, I can't leave Contact now. It's busy over there. It's a small crew, and they need some help. So if it doesn't work out, I'll get back to you. He's like, don't wait long. And that was it. But stayed with Contact, got sponsored, and ended up opening IRL Construction then in 2011.
It's funny, you never mentioned the salary. Was it always okay, or were you not really concerned about the salary?
When I started with Jacob Brothers initially, it was about $16 an hour. If you had a carpenter come here now and you offer them $16 an hour, they'd laugh at you. And it's only 13, 14 years later, but you wouldn't get them for 26, maybe 36 they'd be asking for. But I was happy to get it. And in fairness, that was that wasn't a lowball rate or anything at the time. But I must say, Trevor and Jacob Brothers, every week they would give me a little increase. On a weekly basis, Trevor would say, give me an extra $1 this week, And I was very, very grateful for that. That was, an extra $70 a week, or maybe $80 a week. And multiply that by 52, it was a nice little increase per annum. And that went on for a while until I was making a good rate. I was very happy with Jacob Brothers. And you know what? If I hadn't have made that error with the T4, I'd probably be still working with them for today. So I really believe that everything happens for a reason. Everything, good and bad. But it's funny how that panned out, and then a couple of years later ended up.
That is a great story.
Yeah.